Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei 92.000 Games und mal bei was Kleinem zwischendurch. Thomas was alone. Worum geht's da? Ja, das ist ein kleines Rätselspiel, das ich euch gerne mal zeigen möchte. Ich beginne natürlich von vorne und überlasse dem Erzähler mal kurz das Feld.
Thomas was alone. Wow. A weird first thought to have.
Ja, gut, ne? Was wir machen, wie das hier ist Thomas. Wir können hüpfen, wir können uns rechts und links bewegen und da müssen wir hin.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
Genau. Thomas ist richtig gut beim Fallen. Fast so gut wie beim Beobachten. Ja.
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump. It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery.
Natürlich das invertierte Fallen. Wir nennen es auch Springen.
Komm. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Das viel heißt wie...
Komm. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment.
Ja. So ganz links am Rand.
Starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose.
Da seht ihr etwas, was man aufsammeln kann. Die geben kleine Achievements. Oh, daneben.
Komm.
Und wie zu erwarten ist, er kann nicht schwimmen.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world. Komm.
Na komm. Wir kriegen das hin.
This all seemed a little dangerous.
Nein!
The world was not to be trusted. Komm. This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was
Haha!
not to be trusted.
Eingesammelt.
This
So,
all
ja,
seemed
bleibt
a
eingesammelt.
little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. Komm.
Die Einführung der sich auflösenden Plattform war das gerade.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might or might not be important.
Mhm. Genau.
It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him.
Ips.
He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No. Too obvious. Something about the boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it.
Das hier ist
He
ein
made another
Speicherpunkt.
mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided.
Sollten wir jetzt also aus welchem Grund auch immer sterben, werden wir da wieder rauskommen. Nee, das war's. Hier ist nichts zum Einsammeln. So.
loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
Ups, nein, da geht's nicht hoch, aber hier. Ups. Ja gut, hier ist ja keine Gefahr, aber... Hier oben drüber ist nichts, okay. Ah, da. Geschafft.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Ach ja, so, raus hier. Ja, das war der erste, den wir hatten. Jetzt kriegen wir einen zweiten. Schaut mal.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Ja. Jetzt müssen wir sie zu ihren eigenen Zielen bringen.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not actually. Not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
So. Ihr habt es oben schon gesehen, der Kleine kommt auf den Sprung nicht drauf. Verdammt. Wäre auch so einfach gewesen. Das heißt, wir müssen ihm helfen. Dafür muss Thomas jetzt erstmal da hoch. Na, da oben ist nichts einzusammeln. Gut. So. Wieder switchen. Und ab mit ihm. So, zurück nach oben. Speicherpunkt. Und sind durch.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him? Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Sehr schön. So.
Was this good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
So. Nee. Verdammt! Er will nicht. Okay. Und hopp. Ja. Nein! Verdammt! Okay. Die Steuerung ist manchmal ein bisschen hakelig. Hier. So.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot.
Okay.
The next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
So, relativ offensichtlich, da konnte nur er durch. Also machen wir ihn zuerst. So. So, Thomas kommt hier nicht durch, das heißt, er muss oben lang. Okay, so. Speicherpunkt. Kurz beobachten, wie sich das bewegt. Okay. Und runter hier. Hi.
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine. This was game day.
Ups. So. So. Wir haben den dritten dazu bekommen. John.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did they come from, anyway?
Sehr schön. So.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
Okay.
Time to flex those muscles, to put his training to use, time to show those little dots how it was done. John decided to press the switch, to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies.
Ah, natürlich.
You could tell from the sympathetic expression practiced in the mirror all these years.
So. Nein. Er zuerst. So. Braucht nun mal leider Hilfe, um da hochzukommen. So. So. Jetzt soll er sich wieder bewegen. Okay. Na, ich glaube, wir werden den hier gleich noch brauchen, um da hochzukommen. Also parke ich ihn kurz. So. So, jetzt Thomas darunter. So, sehr schön. Nee, so kann er nicht springen. Sehr gut. So, ab zum eigenen Tor. Und jetzt er noch. Ach ja, so, so kommt selbst er nicht.
was happy to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
Ah, okay. So. Dahin. Nein, so. Das kommt da nämlich nicht hoch. Du. So. So und so und so. Verdammt. Okay, so. Jetzt aber. Sprungbrett, Sprungbrett und hoch. So, erkunden wir doch erstmal mit ihm.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one,
Verdammt.
Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped.
Nee, nicht gut. Okay. Er würde schon weiterkommen. So, er ist oben. Und den dritten. So. Oh, schaut mal, da oben ist wieder zum Einsammeln.
The angry orange one was less immediately likable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
So. Okay. Dann schauen wir doch mal, dass wir das auch noch eingesammelt kriegen. Haha. Ups. Fällt natürlich ein bisschen tief. Sehr schön. So. Okay, er kommt da nicht hoch. Das heißt, wir müssen ihn ein bisschen wegbewegen. So. So. Einer oben. Zwei oben. Und drei oben. Ihr seht schon, es wird mit jedem Level ein klein bisschen komplizierter.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing. John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
So, als erstes bringen wir erstmal den Kleinen hier weg. Der kann eh am wenigsten helfen. So.
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
Und durch.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling pillar was a dramatic death, she supposed. Hey,
Ja.
what? Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers.
Sie kann nämlich schwimmen.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion. If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
So. Oh. Er muss jetzt hier noch rein. Sehr schön.
All right. Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you. Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
So, er zuerst. Er. Dann der Kleine. Und dann sie.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Ja, natürlich. Wollen ja nicht, dass sie ertrinkt. Ups. Die ist ja scheiße.
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Passt noch nicht. Jetzt. So.
As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took. Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick.
Okay.
Claire arrived just in time.
Ups.
Was, of
Das
course,
war
the
der falsche bewegt.
Claire arrived just in time,
So.
which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive. As the water began to rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Ja. In as many restarts as it took.
Claire wondered if Thomas would make a good sidekick. Or
Haha, geschafft einzusammeln.
She'd like that. The sole hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
Ah, geschafft. So. Damit, meine Lieben, machen wir dann für heute aber auch mal Schluss. Ich hoffe, euch gefällt das Spiel. Ich finde es sehr niedlich. Falls ihr mehr davon sehen wollt, sagt mir Bescheid oder holt es euch selber. Dementsprechend, wir sehen uns das nächste Mal auf jeden Fall wieder. Macht's gut. Ciao.